What's going on, squad? As y'all know or may not know, we have a huge fight coming up this month. May the 20th, which is a Saturday, we have the undisputed title on the line. I should say titles, because to be undisputed, you have to hold every single major sanctioned belt in your weight class. So we have Devin Haney versus Vasyl Lomachenko. This is a fight that has been brewing for, about 4 years now? 4 to 5 years now? Of course, you're more than welcome to fact check me going back and looking at it. But I think originally Devin Haney called out Lomachenko when Devin Haney was only like 20 years old. At the time, Devin Haney did not hold a major sanctioned belt when he first called him out. But he was a young upcoming prospect who was basically blowing up the scene. Devin Haney did become the WBC champion due to Lomachenko dropping that belt and becoming the franchise champion, which in turn just encouraged the young man to call out Vasyl a little bit more. So, of course, we know his age. I just stated earlier, he's a young man. He's about 24, 25 years old right now. He has 29 bouts to his credit right now. And his next opponent, as we already discussed earlier, is Vasyl Lomachenko. He's coming off those 2 victories over George Kambosos to actually have the undisputed belt because he was the WBC champion, which a lot of people forget. But anywho, continuing to move forward, the reason that this fight gets a lot of attention is because Vasyl Lomachenko for basically a whole decade, since like 2011, has been dominating his opponents with speed, accuracy, footwork. Vasyl, he has lived up to the hype. Again, and I shouldn't even say hype. I should say it was hype before he got in there because he had a huge amateur career. The man had well over 200 plus fights as an amateur fighter. So it was big for him to come into this, to the pro ranks. Now, I will say this, though. A lot of people forget about his second loss on his record. And again, that's not to knock Lomachenko, because again, I'm a fan of Lomachenko. But at the end of the day, a lot of people hype him up and forget about that loss. So he actually has 2 losses on his record. His second ever pro bout was for a championship, which he did lose against. So let's go back in time again. Let's check everything out. Vasyl is a little bit on the older end of this one, but again, he still is very much in this fight. You know, being in his upper 30s now, he still got it, but we got to see what version is he's going to come with. As you know, his next opponent is Devin Haney, as we already see there. He just came off of a victory of Ortiz, so this should be a great fight. Of course, he lost his 3 belts to Teofimo Lopez. Again, 3rd belt, Teofimo Lopez. That Sada, that was his 2nd fight ever, and where he took that first L at. But we're not concerned about that at all. Interesting that how people forget about that. But long story short, this is going to be a great fight. I look forward to seeing it with this young up-and-comer Devin Haney, who has already proven that he's a steady champion, defending his WBC belt multiple times before he became undisputed against the former quote-unquote king, Lomachenko. I look forward to May 20th. Let's go.